Hi, welcome to our channel of IGNOU Audiobooks, Indira Gandhi National Open University, School of Engineering and Technology, SOET, Diploma Postgraduate Diploma Programs, Postgraduate Certificate in Inventory Planning and Warehousing System for Engineers, PGCIPWS, MWR03 Warehousing System, Block-1 Warehousing System Design and Operations, Unit-3 Role and Responsibilities of Warehouse Manager. 3.1 Introduction. In the past, it was believed that the manager of a warehouse had only one or few responsibilities: to save the costs and earn profits and safeguard the material. However, this carries a little truth in present-day business environment. Warehouse managers today have to do more with less and get better results from limited resources more than ever before. A warehouse manager's job is to provide the environment where individuals are internally motivated to do the best job possible, in the best spirit possible, to make the best contribution possible. Today, warehouse managers have number of challenges, and they are also expected to understand and implement company strategy in relation to warehouse activity. Moreover, warehouse manager has to maximize the effective use of his/her operational resources whilst satisfying customer requirements. This unit deals with the roles and responsibilities of warehouse managers. This unit also examines the challenges faced by warehouse manager and the attributes required to deal with them. Objectives. After studying this unit, you should be able to understand the purpose and importance of warehouse manager, describe the role and responsibilities of warehouse manager, explain hiring and training of warehouse workforce, list the guidelines for discipline and grievance. 3.2 Warehouse manager. A warehouse manager is one who is responsible for a vital part of the supply chain process, who manages people, processes, and systems in order to ensure goods are received and dispatched appropriately, and that productivity targets are met. Warehouse manager will be also responsible for workplace health and safety standards and for the security of the building and stock. The warehouse manager needs to achieve high customer service levels and also has to reduce cost through improved productivity and performance. Further, warehouse manager has to focus in achieving the 6 basic principles of warehouse management, namely accuracy, cost control, cleanliness, efficiency, safety and security. 3.2.1 Purpose of warehouse manager. The purpose of warehouse manager is to plan, develop, implement, and manage effective and efficient warehousing, storage, and distribution needs. Warehouse managers are accountable for ensuring the efficient management and control of the warehouse operation in the process of achieving agreed budgetary and service levels. They provide an effective and reliable service to customers by meeting all legal requirements. Warehouse managers focus in organizing the safe and efficient receipt, storage and dispatch of warehouse materials, goods and products to feed business operations and customer demand. In a large storage operation, warehouse managers will hold a strategic role and deal with planning, coordinating, administration and general management issues. In a smaller organization, a manager will take more practical hands-on approach and undertake the various warehouse activities. 3.2.2 Importance of warehouse manager. A warehouse should run like a well-efficient machine, with every element in perfect working order. One of those elements involves the work of a warehouse manager, the person in charge of assigning tasks, delegating responsibilities, monitoring productivity levels, and making sure all operations are running smoothly. The warehouse manager has a huge influence on the overall efficiency and productivity of a distribution center. For this reason, it is very important to hire the right person right from the beginning. A good warehouse manager leads and coordinates the team, organizes, stores and dispatches the warehouse in an efficient way. In most cases, the warehouse owner will not make the decisions and fix the problems. Those responsibilities fall onto the shoulders of a warehouse manager. A good warehouse manager will be able to identify problems early and come up with effective, creative solutions on the spot. 3.2.3 Characteristics of a successful warehouse manager. Managers play a crucial role in raising warehouse efficiency. A manager who can get along with the entire team will be a great asset to the warehouse. For this, a warehouse manager should possess few characteristics, which stated as below: needs to have good business sense, should always try to provide the best possible service within budget. Should be flexible, must be able to adapt to changing business demands, needs to be able to start developing new types of systems. If an employer makes a strategic shift in direction, must be able to adopt new technology and apply it where it can be useful. Should be a team player, able to work with different people and departments. 3.3 Roles in warehouse management. Many people are involved in the various phases of the supply chain and warehouse management. The roles and responsibilities of these people may slightly vary from one warehouse to another warehouse. Several roles are specific to inventory and warehouse management, which are stated below. Warehouse managers review processes, authorize recordings, maintain master data, and respond to inquiries within warehouse management. 2. Receiving clerks document receiving operation events and respond to warehouse receiving operation inquiries. 3. Shipping clerks document shipping operation events and respond to warehouse shipping operation inquiries. 4. Warehouse workers document warehouse operation events and respond to warehouse operation inquiries. Quality control manager reviews processes, maintains master data, and responds to inquiries within quality control. 6. Quality control clerk documents quality control events and responds to quality control inquiries. Each role is predefined with duties that grant access to certain forms and functions. The warehouse manager may modify the existing roles or may slightly change them. Table 3.1 shows the detailed tasks and the outcomes of the personnel involved in a warehouse. Table 3.1 Tasks of various categories of roles in a warehouse. 3.3.1 Role of a warehouse manager. The role of warehouse manager has expanded significantly over the years, and as a result, the warehouse manager has become an important link within the supply chain. A warehouse manager has to execute diverse roles under various circumstances. The various roles and their subcategories. Interpersonal roles. Figurehead. A figurehead does symbolic duties which are legal or social in nature. Leader. A leader is a good pathfinder. As a leader, he involves in building a team, coaching the members, motivating them, and developing strong relationships. Liaison. It means developing and maintaining a network outside the office for information and assistance. 2. Informational roles. Monitor. It involves seeking information regarding the issues that are affecting the organization. Also, this job includes handling internal as well as external information. Disseminator. On receiving any important information from internal or external sources, the same he disseminates or transmits within the organization. Spokesperson. This includes representing the organization and providing information about the organization to outsiders. 3. Decisional roles. Entrepreneur. It involves all aspects associated with acting as an initiator, designer, and also an encourager of innovation and change. Disturbance handler, taking corrective action when the organization faces unexpected difficulties which are important in nature. Resource allocator, being responsible for the optimum allocation of resources like time, equipment, funds, and also human resources, etc. Negotiator, this includes representing the organization in negotiations which affect the manager's scope of responsibility. 3.3.2 Skills and traits needed for warehouse manager. Decision making. Managing organizations' inventory and resources by warehouse managers plays a key role to improve efficiency and reduce expenses. Warehouse managers should make proper and timely decisions as part of stock handling by analyzing the impact of decisions, organizations' profits, and also on the employees. 2. System creation. Warehouse manager should be aware on creating effective systems that can improve the productivity, operating efficiency, and profitability of an industry. They must be aware on how to design, analyze the workflows as well as understand, identify and solve any issues that may arise using statistical tools and methods. 3. Quality management. Warehouse manager should have knowledge on the fundamentals on total quality management and Six Sigma, which may be useful to managers to work with manufacturing, transportation, and purchasing. Apart from these, he must be familiar with the concepts of distribution and pricing, which may help to reduce overall expenses and improve the various operations performances. These all will help the manager maintain a systematic organization. 4. Personnel supervising. Apart from the inventory handling, the warehouse managers should have capability to manage and deal with employees. They must be capable to maintain staff and should establish proper communication channel at all levels. By enhancing operational and personnel management, they can reduce the risks and respond to crisis immediately. Precision. Being a perfect warehouse manager demands a very high accuracy. They should be capable to use the technology effectively and should have an outlook on all the activities to deliver proper results on time. Ensure safety. The security of inventory as well as employees is the responsibility of warehouse manager. The manager should plan in such a way to reduce injuries and losses as much as possible and leading to enhanced productivity and overall operational improvement. 7. Awareness of the latest technology. Warehouse manager should be capable of utilizing the latest technologies which helps to improve the overall productivity and operational efficiency. 8. Patience and ability to remain calm. When things go wrong, warehouse manager should act accordingly. He should be calm and analyze the problem and come up with the required solutions. They should deal with issues with patience until they get resolved. 3.3.3 Qualities of an unsuccessful warehouse manager. On the other side, a warehouse manager should not have the following characteristics. Inability to make decisions. If the manager doesn't interact with different kinds of people, it may be difficult to take critical decisions in the workplace. This may lead to missed opportunities, stagnation of work items, and blockage of progress. When first action is necessary, if a manager is unable to make decisions, then manager is ineffective too. Poor communication skills. Manager requires written, verbal and interpersonal skills and should have good communication skills. If the manager is unable to discuss the project, resolve the challenges of employees or troubleshoot the issues of clients, then it may lead to difficult time to reach the objectives. Improper communication skills may lead to delay in results, misunderstandings and conflict in the workplace. 3. Lack of confidence. Employees look managers to be as a responsible leader with sufficient level of confidence. Lack of confidence may reflect the reliability and also fail to act accordingly on commitments which may lead to delay in progress and affects collaboration among team members. 4. Poor time management. If a manager is unable to manage time, then the team may also repeat the same. This may lead to delay in results, continuous distraction, last-minute hurry on project completion. Due to these factors, there may be chances of negative impact between client and team. Lack of industry insight. If a manager is not aware on the strategic vision of an organization, it is difficult to communicate about the organization to other members. This may impact on the activities of supervisors well as other members. 6. Poor team building skills. Manager should give freedom to collaborate and should promote teamwork. Manager should invite and give a chance to share ideas. A good manager will make team members to build leadership qualities and independent rather than controlling others. 7. Prejudice or bias. Manager who is having prejudgment or any assumptions about the people may damage the internal structure of a company. They should treat all the received reports obediently. Unfair and unequal treatment may lead internal disturbances with respect to other members. 8. Unwillingness to change. Based on the company's needs, manager should adopt changes. If a manager is unwilling to adopt changes, the warehouse or the organization doesn't have any improvement and may not compete with the others. Good managers would adopt changes rather than preventing the progress. 3.4 Responsibilities of warehouse manager. A company that stores and distributes materials or products relies on high functioning of warehouse. The warehouse manager supervises all activities that facility, which often involves overseeing team performance, expediting the receiving and shipping of goods, and ensuring efficient, organized storage. Apart from these, a warehouse manager has to undertake various responsibilities which are discussed herewith according to their categories. Responsibilities toward task management. Involve in the development and implementation of warehouse vision, strategy, policies, processes and procedures to aid and enhance operational performance. 2. Represent the company in a professional, enthusiastic and positive manner. 3. Establish a safe working environment, following health, safety and environmental procedures and ensuring that all the employees are practicing them. 4. Plan, coordinate and monitor the receipt, storage and dispatch of goods. Responsibilities toward quality and accuracy. Propagate a zero-tolerance mindset for deviation from the use of quality processes to ensure customer deliverables are met fully. 2. Ensure inventories are accurate and control inventory levels by ensuring physical counts are conducted and reconciled with automated system utilizing help of the warehouse team. 3. Ensure that any IT and automated systems are accurate and up to date. 4. Ensure the relevance and accuracy of all documentation relating to goods in and goods out, including labeling of all stock items. Responsibilities toward customers. Understand customer needs and ensure alignment with the needs commitments of the business. 2. Keep up to date and respond accordingly to all inquiries of customers. Responsibilities toward financial budget and control. Hold responsibility for warehouse budgets. 2. Develop the annual warehousing budget and forecasts and all capital expenditure proposals as well as ensuring compliance with legal standards. 3. Responsible for achieving budget requirements and the forecast. Responsibilities toward relationship management. Work as part of the management team to share ideas and improve operation, recommending, supporting and implementing continuous improvement. 2. Develop and maintain strong relationships with internal and external stakeholders to ensure optimal performance. 3. Work collaboratively, negotiate and engage with key stakeholders to facilitate delivery and compliance with department strategy. 4. Coach, manage and develop warehouse staff and team leaders to optimize performance and meet targets and deadlines. We communicate with warehouse staff on a regular basis to make them aware of priorities, targets and operational requirements, responsibilities towards safety, security and maintenance. I ensure that health and safety meet the required standards and that risk assessments are carried out to establish, monitor and maintain high standards of security in the warehouse by setting security procedures. 3. Ensure that vehicles, machinery and equipment is well maintained and fit for purpose. 4. Ensure that staff comply to health, safety and environmental regulations and work safely to protect themselves and others in the warehouse environment. We ensure a clean and tidy working environment to aid operational efficiency. People management. 3.5 Challenges of a warehouse management. Pressure to minimize operating costs. With the changing facets of the supply chain, customer service has gained significance. So, the constant endeavor is to reduce the cost of operations and maximize customer service instead. This has resulted in companies evaluating outsourcing options as well as reviewing their own logistics operations too. Shorter order lead times and stock availability. Order lead time refers to the length of time between the placing of an order and the receipt of the item by the customer. With the rapid growth of e-commerce, warehouse managers are now dealing with smaller orders at a higher frequency. This is true even for most manufacturing warehouse because lead times now need to be shorter as the economy is run by supply, but not by demand. This necessitates for increased stock availability but with shorter lead times. 3. Delivery through multiple channels. Companies are gradually marketing and selling their products via multiple channels to reach customers more effectively. The pressurient warehouse is brought about through having to present goods in a variety of ways. These include direct delivery of single items to the end user or a collection point, multiple stock keeping unit, SKU, orders direct to store and bulk orders to retail distribution centers. Each has its own different pick requirement and is likely to rely on different skills and equipment. Order lead times will also vary, as will the method of delivery. 4. Greater fluctuations in demand. Predictable sales are not a reality in the present-day scenario. This is why markets depend upon holiday season demand. Seasonality remains a factor in terms of market sectors such as fashion, while pre- and post-festive sales are now stretching warehouse resources to the limit as the rush to get product to stores intensifies. Companies have to be able to ramp up resources during the peak periods and have a much cleaner operation during slower, quieter periods. Labor cost and availability. During periods of high employment, many countries are seeing labor rates steadily increasing. When it comes to procuring, employing, and retaining labor, high employment, unavailability of young labor, and an aging workforce are some of the major challenges that increase the cost of labor. Warehouse managers need to come up with ways to attract new staff. 6. Achieving the perfect order. A perfect order means the right product, in the correct quantity, in the right condition, delivered to the correct customer. This metric includes many of the current supply chain performance measures, and providing everybody uses the same parameters, it can be adopted as one of the leading supply chain benchmarks. 7. Smaller, more frequent orders. Organizations are continually making efforts to minimize inventory, while retail stores are looking to increase floor sales space and thus reduce the amount of inventory held in stockrooms. Just-in-time methods, efficient consumer response, ECR, and quick response, QR, are resulting in smaller, more frequent orders. This necessitates changes in warehouse operations, with a move away from full pallet picking to carton and individual item picks. 8. Ever-increasing need for stock-keeping units because of the explosion in the variety of goods that cater to the consumer's needs. There is an apparent increase in the number of SKUs. There should be cost-effective pick locations that also work as reverse warehouse. 3.6 Managing warehouse trade-offs. Managing warehouse trade-offs is one of the essential roles of a warehouse manager. The trade-offs within the warehouse are shown in the figure 3.2. Apart from those, warehouse managers are also expected to recognize and balance other trade-offs within the warehouse, examples of which are as follows: increased throughput versus reduction in labor costs, storage density versus quicker pallet extraction, manual versus expensive automated processes, enhanced pick rates versus accuracy and returns, inventory holding costs versus cost of stockouts, and speed versus safety. 3.7 Managing warehouse personnel. Hiring, training and retaining efficient workforce are prominent factors in the success of warehouse operations. The skill level of labor and motivation level defines the maximum limits of efficiency that is attainable. Warehouse managers and supervisors must not only be technically grounded in all aspects of warehouse operations, but they must also be skilled in motivating the personnel. A trained workforce requires resources and dedication of management to continually enhancing employee skill sets. Labor employees in a warehouse must perform duties under time pressures and with high levels of accuracy. The operators of a competitive warehouse have adopted advanced technology to support frontline workers in checking, selecting, lifting and moving product. Employees must achieve a level of competence when interacting with technology and ensuring that standardized processes retain their integrity. Supervision of all aspects of the warehouse operation is necessary, from marketing to the warehouse floor. Managers of a warehouse may supervise a section of the warehouse or an entire facility. Interacting with employees requires a combination of managing processes and people in the most effective way to retain the best employees and formulate the most efficient and effective processes. Following is a list of some core competencies required of warehouse managers. 1. Planning and innovation. 2. Decision-making and delegating. 3. Managing risk, safety and security. 4. Mentoring and coaching. 5. Counseling and resolving issues. 6. Communication. 7. Personnel training and development. 3.7.1 Hiring warehouse workers. With the current job market, finding and hiring qualified warehouse workers is most likely a challenge. At distribution centers, recruiters need to possess a higher level of activeness and skill. The expansion of e-commerce, integrated with unpredictability in the market, has produced a rising need for workers throughout the supply chain. For a successful recruiting process, managers and the candidates need to be in the same pace. If hiring drive starts early, managers have time to do multiple rounds of interviews with different people in the department, a strategy that can help clear up any misunderstanding between companies and job seekers. Referrals are one of the best tried out recruiting tactic which can be really useful for finding and hiring high-quality warehouse workers. This strategy allows managers to tap into networks of people who might otherwise not see the job notification. In areas where there is a high density of warehouse facilities, there exists lot of competition. In such situations, it becomes difficult to attract warehouse workforce, be it workers or managers. In such areas, workers are given to switching jobs even for a minor increase in hourly wages. 3.7 To training employees. Training is one of the significant elements in any industry. Training helps the employees in learning the new things, knowing do's and don'ts, and provides information. It provides an opportunity to the employees to learn their work properly, develop new ideas, and reinforce current practices and methods. Methods of training. A variety of training methods are used in business environment. All these methods can be categorized into two different categories. They are I. On-the-job training methods. In on-the-job training method, employees are trained at the workplace while they are performing their actual job. A trainer acts as the instructor to train the workers by using hands-on training, which may be supported by classroom training too. Off-the-job training methods. In this method, employees are trained at a site which is away from the workplace. This kind of method uses role play, case studies, lectures, simulation, etc. The activities of on-job and off-job training methods is shown in Table No. 3.2. These specific activities of training vary according the cadre or the actual job. Table 3.2. Activities of on-the-job and off-the-job training. On-the-job training, job rotation, internship training, coaching, understudy training, committee assignments. Teaching machine method, off-the-job training, role-playing, case study method, brainstorming, lectures, conference seminars, management education, simulation. Steps to conduct training. 1. Recognize need for training. It is prior important to know the need for training. Every problem will not be solved during a course of training. Some problems may relate to the equipment, procedure, or it may be lack of employee motivation. Training may be necessary if employees, particularly labor, have poor knowledge. Employees don't have required skills. New equipment and machineries might be installed. New procedures need to be implemented. Need to change the behavioral aspect. Once the need for training are recognized, the next step is identifying the training needs. 2. Identify training needs. The necessity of providing training is to ensure that all the employees will perform their job correctly and safely. The following information helps in identifying the training needs: records pertaining to performance, reports relating incidents and near misses, inspection and audit reports, employee observation while performing job, employee suggestions. Once the organization's training needs are identified, it is also important to know which employees require training and in what area. Every employee need not to be trained in all areas. Trainings hold be provided on relevant job procedures and efficient way of performing jobs. If an employee is assigned a new job or machine, train that particular employee on that job. The following elements are considered while identifying the training needs: size of the company, type of work performed, employee age, equipment type, time, length of job. 3. Identify goals and objectives. Objectives serve as stepping stones to reach the organization's goals. Objectives are to be taught well and planned for the success of training. Objectives should be concise, clear and measurable, and they should be communicated with the employees. The following are the 4 elements which are to be considered while developing training objectives. I. Participants. Know the people who are going to attend the training. 2. Behavior. What kind of behavior will the employee exhibit? 3. Condition. Under what condition will the required actions are performed? What sort of equipment and materials are used? 4. Standard. What is the target of the score achieve? 4. Develop learning activities. It should be clear about the type of events and activities that are to be used in a course of training. Different employees require different modes of training. Some require visual aids, some other require hands-on practice, etc. It is very important to remember the use of activities that allows the employees to reach the training goals and objectives. After deciding the learning activities, prepare and develop the training material. Arrange the activities and objectives in the order that resemble to the tasks performed on the job. Employee will grasp the training content if it is relevant to their regular activities only. Also consider the following: A. Determine the training method. B. Select media. C. Plan guides and tests. 5. Conduct the training. The success of the overall training depends on the how the training is conducted. Initiating the training by stating importance of worker in warehouse by adhering lively examples gains the attention of the participants. Then teach them the objectives of training. After the objectives were taught, represent the relationship between the employee's interests, experiences and goals to the objectives in a pictorial form. Revise the content that has been taught so far, which makes employees to digest and remember. For making training program effective, allow the employees to involve in the process of training. Allow the employees to ask questions, actively participate in discussions, share their knowledge, involve in role-playing exercises. Experience the hands-on practice. 6. Evaluate the program. A training program will be success only if the employees grasp from it, attain the predetermined objectives and achieve the goals. Without evaluation, it is difficult to know whether the training objectives have been met or not. Performance and learning abilities of the employees can be gauged by evaluation. Same sort of trainings can be arranged in the future if the employees equipped with the required skills and achieve the better results. But if the training yields worse results, then improvements and modification are to be made in the training course. 7. Program improvement. Based on the evaluation results, revisions and improvements are made in the training program. Revisions can be made in the order of delivering the course content, methods employed for training and content of course material. The following changes can also be made in the training programming. New equipment. 2. Job responsibilities. 3. New procedures. 4. New hazards. Training matrix. Employee training is a key component of any organization. A training matrix is a planning as well as a communication tool which is used by the warehouse managers and professional to keep track of an organization's training needs. The training matrix guides the managers and supervisors in identifying the common training requirements of an employee. This tool is also helpful for scheduling training and also for resources allocation. It can also be used to evaluate the employee performance and support a remediate action plan or to enhance organizational compliance with company policies or government regulations. A training matrix is generally drafted as an electronic spreadsheet, usually in Microsoft Excel. Rows and columns are created with headers such as job position or employee name, specific training topic, training dates, and other useful information. 3.7.3 Discipline and grievance handling. Despite having good management practices, there will be times when employees do not perform as expected. Therefore, disciplining may be needed. Disciplining should be used only relatively infrequently. If it is being used continuously, then there is something else wrong. Discipline and grievance handling are therefore a management practice to be used only in the final analysis, when everything else has failed. According to Dr. Spreegel, discipline is the force that prompts an individual or a group to observe the rules, regulations, and procedures which are deemed to be necessary to the effective functioning of the organization in the attainment of its objectives. Guidelines for a manager to conduct discipline and disciplinary action. The warehouse manager is also connected with the disciplinary system and is often required to conduct the procedure of disciplinary action. The following are the guidelines for sound disciplinary systems. 1. Locate the responsibility. 2. Properly formulate and communicate the rules. Rules and regulations should be reasonable. 3. Give equal treatment to all. 4. Take disciplinary action in private. 5. Show the importance of promptness in taking disciplinary action. 6. Innocence is to be presumed. 7. Get the facts. 8. Take the action in cool, not in anger nor emotional atmosphere. 9. Follow natural justice, i.e., give a fair chance to prove innocence. 10. Treat in a normal manner after the disciplinary action is taken. 11. Do not back down when you are right. 12. Negative motivation should be handled in a positive manner. The procedure of disciplinary action. The following procedure is usually adopted for sorting out and solving disciplinary problems. 1. Define the statement of the disciplinary problem accurately. 2. Level the charges clearly on the relevant person and issue a written charge sheet. The charge sheet should contain the details of the allegations of misconduct and the offense with which the person is connected. Further, the alleged person is given a certain time limit, usually 48 to 72 hours, within which he is asked to explain or show cause why disciplinary action should not be initiated against him. The implications of the charge sheet also should be explained clearly. 3. If the show cause letter charge sheet is refused, it may be pasted at his office residence. Further, not responding to the charge sheet is considered as a serious offense and an action can be initiated immediately. 4. The employee is supposed to submit his explanation letter in his own handwriting in the presence of a reputed witness. The employee can ask for some more time if the given time is not sufficient, and generally, the request will be considered in good faith in accordance with the rules of natural justice. 5. After the receipt of the explanation, if it is unsatisfactory, the employee may be warned and let out with a lenient view, or an inquiry may be called for. An inquiry committee is formed with relevant but neutral persons on the issue. 6. On the appointed day, at the appointed place, the alleged person is given a fair chance to prove his innocence before the inquiry officer. However, if he pleads guilty unconditionally and in writing, the inquiry is dropped. Further, the findings of the inquiry are consolidated and the recommendations are reported duly signed by all the committee members, including the alleged person, and are submitted for the decision of the management. 7. The management takes a decision and communicates it through an order and serves it to the employee and all the concerned for implementation. 3.7.4 Motivating people. Motivation is a topic seen by many warehouse managers as core concept. In order to get the best from people, it is indeed essential to improve performance, yet the concept of motivation is a commonly misunderstood topic. Motivation sometimes may be clubbed with incentives and monetary benefits also. Motivation requires the following: competence, which is having the knowledge and skills, for example, from training. Commitment, which is having the confidence and motivation to do the job in the workplace. Competence may therefore be provided, but without commitment, then performance may well suffer. Simply telling and showing will not always work, as commitment is always finally an inside job. Motivation is therefore all about getting people to do things willingly and well. The motives to act. Positive valued rewards. Goal-directed behavior, getting people to do what we want. The stick approach. The results of poor motivation. at work lead to so many factors, as shown in Table 3.2. Table 3.2 Factors of Poor Motivation. 3.7.5 Incentive. The purpose incentive is to provoke employee participation and build ownership in the warehouse culture. The management and managers should always remember to recognize an employee who reinforcing work culture in the warehouse and appreciate them if their performance leads to meet established goals. Appreciating and recognizing at the same time in same place or during an event where other employees also present gives a message that employees appreciated and recognized for their performance and discipline at workplace. By providing incentives either in the form monetary or non-monetary benefits encourages the employees to put an extra effort in protecting organizational resources and also encourages them to be active in promoting an environment of work culture. Some of the monetary or non-monetary benefits are shown in the table No. 3.3. Most of the business organizations recognize employees through an email announcements or newsletter. But this doesn't serve the job well, because at the end of the day employee should enjoy the recognition for his accomplishments. So, the organization can make a step forward and bid a tangible reward to the employee in the form of gift cards, mementos, medals, bonus, tours, etc. Organization can also provide vacation period to the employees who really involve in warehouse operations and accomplish their job. Table 3.3 Monetary and non-monetary rewards. Monetary and non-monetary: salary, job security, bonuses, flexible work hours, stock options, working conditions, profit-sharing plans, training opportunities, paid time off, career development, pension schemes, employee discounts. 3.8 Summary: warehouse remain a crucial link within today's supply chains. It should not be seen as a black hole but as an essential part of the supply chain, and the role of its staff in this chain needs to be recognized and understood. For the effective and efficient operation of warehouse, it required an experienced, knowledgeable, well-trained manager and a motivated team of supervisors and operators. A warehouse manager is one who is responsible for a vital part of the supply chain process, who manages people, processes and systems in order to ensure goods are received and dispatched appropriately, and that productivity targets are met. The purpose of warehouse manager is to plan, develop, implement, and manage effective and efficient warehousing, storage, and distribution needs. Decision-making, quality management, personnel, supervising and system creation are few of the skills required for becoming successful warehouse manager. There are many responsibilities which fall on to the shoulders of a warehouse manager. That includes customers-related responsibilities, quality and accuracy-related responsibilities, task management responsibilities, etc. The warehouse manager should also look into hiring, training and retaining efficient workforce. Warehouse managers must not only be technically grounded in all aspects of warehouse operations, but they must also be skilled in motivating the personnel. Thank you. Subscribe to our channel for more updates, and we will see you with the next chapter.